God bless you. This is your 5-minute reflection for Thursday night. And the theme is fear tolerated is faith contaminated. I got my notes. I got my Bible. Here's your faith or fear talk. Fear tolerated is faith contaminated. In the book of Hebrews chapter 6, we see that famous verse. But without faith, it is impossible to please God. Fear does not enter loudly. It does not make a grand entrance. Sometimes it whispers. It whispers. It whispers, what if it fails? What if you're not enough? What if what you're doing is not what God called you to do? And if we're not careful, tolerated fear becomes what? It becomes something that contaminates your faith. It slowly contaminates your faith. Fear and faith cannot lead at the same time. Why? Because one will overpower the other. Either faith overpowers fear or fear overpowers faith. Faith says God is able. Fear says, well, what if he doesn't do it? What if he's not? Faith looks at the promise. Catch this, because I'm going to mention something later on that I need you to catch now. Faith looks at the promise. Fear stares at the problem. The enemy understands that if he cannot destroy your calling, he will try to contaminate your faith. He will try to contaminate your confidence in God. A little fear tolerated becomes what? When you tolerate fear, it becomes a stronghold entertained. Oh, that is deep. It becomes a stronghold entertained. That's why the Lord repeatedly repeats in his word, do not fear, do not fear. Not because the battles will not come, but because fear distorts what? Your vision. It blurs it. Fear distorts your vision. Fear makes the giant look bigger than what it is, bigger than God. Fear makes storms louder than his voice. Let's face it, when there's a storm out there, what brings fear to you? The rain or the thunder? When Matthew talks about Peter walking in the water, this is what I'm going to bring, what I mentioned to you before. He began to sink. Peter began to sink when he what? When he shifted his focus from Jesus to the wind. The storm didn't change. His focus did. He stopped looking at Jesus and stared at the storm. Remember, I mentioned that. Before. What happens is that some believers are what? We're praying in faith, right? While secretly we're partnering with what? With unbelief, with doubt, with fear. Declaring victory outwardly when we're meditating defeat already inwardly.